Welcome, everyone, to another edition of In the Divine, where we're bringing all things crypto together with Algo. Hello, people. Want you to know, starting, this is not financial advice, but there's a couple of things that I want to bring to you in this current market that I think that you and all the people who are about to try to get into cryptocurrency needs to know. So, what is it? When picking a cryptocurrency or a project to go into, I think you need to follow a couple of things that you want to uh, take into account. The number one thing I'm telling people right now is use cases. Find your cryptocurrency and see what it actually has a use case for. Okay? A use case is something that is going to be transferable in a traditional finance or into something that could disrupt a current market. Um, Most blockchains are efficient in transferring money or transferring at a cheaper rate than most monetary and banking systems now. Uh, it does it for a lot less money. This traditional finance use case will eventually replace the traditional because it's going to be far more efficient and cheaper for the banks to operate. So the banks are not using it because they do not operate or control it. So unless they find a way to become a monopolizer of it, it will never become uh, a mainstay if it comes to them, unless they find a regulatory way to be able to weaponize regulation, which a lot of them are in a position to do is to try to regulate themselves into a monopoly. One of the things we have to be careful of, especially if regulations start to coming out, that regulations can create monopolies when these people who are doing a lot of financing on K Street lobbying for these certain rules and these carve outs that money that being thrown around. And that's one of the things I think Sam Bankman Fried was doing with his slush fund of money. He was trying to figure out carve outs that was going to help him. And if he was able to do that, no, his scheme could have literally went on forever if he had a monopoly on the cryptocurrency. So I want you to look out for use cases in your currency, in your crypto. And what happens is a lot of people who come in, they look at crypto, they look at an Algorand, a Bitcoin, Ethereum. And what happens is those coins on its surface may not have an initial use case, but the tokens that are associated will have use cases. There's the Helium who are doing 5G, who's trying to get internet to people in third world countries and people without internet. Those are the use cases that you need to be looking at. Helium, HNT, those are things that you would look at that as a use case that is transferable. Stuff even with Algo, with the ASA, the Planet Watch token, where you're trying to find people who need information data on environment to see how they can either help alleviate environments or the smogs and things of that nature. And when these carbon credits can be traded to help lower other people's carbon emission or footprint, these things are real world use cases that this token or the token that you're looking at may have a longevity, potential to move into a market. The second thing I need you to look at is that if the token itself has a team attached to it. And now I know it sounds generic. I know it sounds generic. What do you mean, good team? Good technology, a good roadmap. Uh, some people say, well, Algorand, the tokenomics sucks. Man, to a large degree, people are right. The way they rolled out the tokenomics, that disincentivized a lot of people. Understand how the thought process was to go, but with the tokenization, the tokenomics problem, and the lack of marketing probably hurt Algorand a lot. Um, XRP, they have didn't do a lot, but the SEC and their regulations actually caused them to be marketing in it itself. It's all publicity seems to be good publicity, and especially if they win this lawsuit. You want to make sure the teams and things of that nature are solid because some of these platforms are not built on much besides hype, and you don't want to settle for hype. You want to settle for this is something that is sustainable. Okay, sustainability is one of the things that you're looking at when you're trying to find a coin. And a lot of times, most people don't understand this. When you get a coin, when you go onto Algorand, Polygon, Ethereum, Litecoin, not Litecoin, like XRP, XLM. When you look at these things, these are platforms. These are places where it holds tokens where other people and other people build things on. So what happens is when you build things on, you build things in these dApps. These dApps are and can become very useful. Okay, and these are the things that also can you can derive use cases from to make the initial token even worth more because that is a thing that's backed by the initial token. Okay, let me give you for one thing. Um, um, when I was saying Planet Watch, it has a real use case if people are buying data for um, real world implementation of some kind of a climate thing in your city. This is real world. So if this is being adopted by multiple cities that is being used globally, the Algorand blockchain will start to get a lot of transactions. It will start being in a position where the thing that is being used is now going to be able to multiply. And then that makes the Algorand blockchain money, which then increases the value of the blockchain, which increases the value of the coin because there's a real place component that's actually the the space where everybody is using. Another thing which is being done on Algorand, it's been done on also Polygon and some other networks, is that NFTs where people are uh, tokenizing their art, their music, and all these things are happening now. So if you can actually have this platform that grows where people who are now able to monetize music, who are able to sell it and distribute it, and it becomes a global thing where it becomes a hub where people use it. You have now created a use case that the world is using. They use it for distributing, they use it to find new artists, they're using it for movies, motion pictures, jingles, and you start using it. And what happens, this thing increases the value of the blockchain that it's on. So looking for that sustainability, what can sustain? Okay. The third thing you're looking for, I think, is security. Uh, Security on these blockchains, you have to understand is you want to make sure whether you put in your money, you have faith in it. Okay. Um, you have to be able to understand that the bridges and how your ecosystem operates to make sure you're going to be comfortable. You already got to hold your own keys. You already got to do your own due diligence on things. So I really want you to pay attention to the security that the platform has when it comes to bridges, when it comes to protecting, when it comes to even new programs that pop up. We have to get really stingy, really uh, zealous when it comes to this now, because the more and more we allow people to come in and be scammers, the longer and longer, and the more valid people have reasons to use regulations to manipulate the cryptocurrency atmosphere and the whole ecosystem. I want you to go ahead and comment if you have a thought about another thing that you think you feel to look out for. Um, this is a new age in crypto. We have to get people to being used to understanding it's not about the gamble. It's about now transitioning into the new financial market, and digital is it. Digital market is the future of finance. We're already digital. Every credit card swipe is a digital swipe. Every time the Congress choose to raise the debt limit in the United States, they do it because it's digital. They make it up. The money is not there. It's not there. It's future generations are promising to pay that back, whether they know it or not. We are already digitalized as far as our DeFi, as far as our monetary system. All right. We have to be smart now as retailers and consumers to start taking our own money into consideration and start moving into a position where our money is our own. This is Sam Houston, hoping that your tomorrows are better than your, hey, hoping your tomorrows are better than your todays. First time I messed that up. Have a good one.